the end of last year, Vladivostok got a title of the capital of the Far East Federal Region. This means it has been officially accepted as the economical and political center of the region. What does it mean for the investors? It means so many things. Now it is easier to organize and bring to the reality the projects with the support of the government, including the projects that are on the federal level. Projects about exporting from Russian VTR can be realized and should be realized in Vladivostok. Projects that include importing materials for the production with the goal of exporting to the final product, that is also all in Vladivostok. Main tourist areas in the Russian Far East that are highly developed in Far East trading infrastructure and the co-work with the diplomatic structure of the foreign countries can all be found in Vladivostok. The resident of Tor, Nadezdinskaya, Mazda Solar's manufacturing Rus, has finalized all the production processes of the new factory and has started the new series production of engine of the Mazda Sky Active G. All of our motors that we produce here in Vladivostok are all exported. This is one of the unique factors of our company, and we are very proud of this. All the motors that are produced in Vladivostok are sent to the car factories in Mazda in Japan. The status of Tor resident is giving us an opportunity to overcome all economical and administrative barriers in the shortest times and finalize our projects in great timing. Another field that Mazda Solar's manufacturing Rus is taking care of is being the sole manufacturer of Mazda cars in the whole of Russia. The sedans and crossovers that are manufactured here can be found on an official dealership of the country. The resident of the Free Trade Zone SPK company has started the manufacturing of metal equipment for the bathrooms and kitchens. Today we have developed 274 models of faucet. The latest machinery that has been installed in our production area give us chances of advance in our quality. Materials and accessories that are needed during the production are brought from Russia. Suppliers and manufacturers are picked very carefully. The production is manufactured with the highest standards and the technical detailing. The status of the resident of Free Trade Zone in Vladivostok let us provide working areas that are better and increase the salaries. During the year, there is an expansion plan to manufacture taps, sanitary padding for faucets, and other equipment. The investment agency of the Primorsky region was created for the convenience of the investors. They provide all services free of charge and will provide all the support needed to the investors in one window style. Investment agency helps to develop relationship with the governmental agencies, help to choose lands and buildings, help understand the detail of the legal side of Russia, and find optimal preferential solutions and options. They will help you get the support from the government and solve all your issues. Today, the tour of SPB regime has proven its positive effects. With cooperating, we have increased the development of the economical landscape of the Far East. Development of new stepping stones of expansion continues. Hundreds of companies, 10,000 people are working at these companies and almost 440 billions of investments. Today, Tor SPB became the strongest factor for stimulating small and mid-sized businesses, and it makes an important factor to keep people in the Far East region. Also, the fact that the Asian markets are so close to us, the strongest investments with the financial and technological advancement plays a very big part of all the development. Due to the system of the preferential regime is always developing and advancing to match the needs of newcomers and the residents of the area. Today, international investors are interested in the benefits and advantages that come with the preferential areas and the free trade areas of Vladivostok. Residents of Tor get benefits like 0% of income tax for the first 5 years and 10% in the next 10 years. 0% building tax and only a 0.5% following 5 years. Recruiting of foreign workers with no quota. Provision of areas for the project with fully developed infrastructure with no bidding. Ability to use the free trade safely with help in any legal battles. The minimum investment to get the status of tour resident is 500,000 rubles. Residents of the free trade area of Vladivostok get the benefits of 0% of income tax for the first 5 years and 10% of the next 10 years, 0% building tax and 0.5% of the following 5 years, recruiting of foreign workers with no quota, ability of getting rentals of land with no bidding, and ability to use the free trade safety with the help of legal battles if needed. Here are some positive examples of tour residents that have entered the Primorsky region. Our company is called Ida Group Rus. We are a daughter firm of a very big business in Japan. Our mother company is very big and is part of the real estate development of housing in Japan. We take up the top spot in that market. Annually, around 45,000 individual buildings are done by us. But due to the statistical decline in the Japanese estate development market, 5 years ago, our company has decided to invest in development outside of the country, specifically in Russia. We also have developments in Indonesia, Philippines, and even in America. Our company started the development of the area in Vladivostok 5 years ago, and we have 5 main lines of work. Of course, our main ones are the infrastructure development of private homes for wood. Our main goal is to be able to provide good housing with reasonable pricing. To be able to achieve that, the company has decided to come to an agreement with the local government, as well as going through the meetings with President Putin and our Prime Minister Ade. The agreement had 8 major projects that would be involved in support. One of them is our projects. We are very lucky to get the support from both countries, both Russia and Japan, on the governmental level. The annual meetings during the Far East Economical Forum help us to develop and come to the solutions on the level of our Prime Minister. Resources that are used are very important to us. The richness of the country of the world with minerals are, of course, mainly in Russia. And here in Siberia and the Far East, the great levels of those resources are very much effectively in use. We need to save these resources and save the nature to be able to profit for our future. All of this have to come to our considerations when we develop our business. Not long ago, we have requested the government to give the certification about the ability of using the forests in a proper way. And that is under the development at this particular stage. Use of natural resources and forest in a correct way is our main prerogative, and we need to be able to achieve correct goals. Prior to this, people did not consider any of these factors. Wood was exported, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean exporters just took over the resources. The first stepping stone happened 3 years ago, and the development has been continuing ever since. Now we are on the 25th percent of the stage of the development of this project, especially the foresting side of things. Meetings go on constantly and with proper politics of development going on both sides. The second part of our development is going to be the opening of a factory for the manufacturing of wood products. This year, a new regulation was taken to provide project status of priority investment projects in Primorsky region. The projects that qualified to match this particular status are the projects that do not have the resident of the free trade status, but they still solve economical and social questions of the region. The preferential treatment that is provided to these particular projects: the land is given with no prior bidding, tax benefits, and bank subsidiaries and the support and accreditation. Also, these particular projects will be able to have specialized loan systems. The cooperation with such companies can be both on governmental and private sectors. Usually this falls with the social positive projects like schools, medical centers, sport areas, common areas for people, telecommunication infrastructure, and development of smart city, for example, CCTV. This type of businesses give both the company and the government equal rights in the development of the business and the administration of the Primorsky Krai or the municipality. The benefits of the business side of things: the investor doesn't just develop the projects, but save the right to continue working with the development of the project, get the return of the investment, and get the profits from it. Also, the investor can provide specific paid services that are pre-assigned during the agreement between the investor and the government. Due to such agreements, the business has a guaranteed return on investment. The resident of the free trade area, Arta Yar, has concluded the building of the brand new shopping district, Kalina Mall, in Vladivostok. We have managed to get the area right in the heart of the city. Such an amazing and a big project that is area-wise takes over 100,000 square meters and is very easily accessible. Apart from the huge number of shopping areas, Kalina Mall has a hypermarket, biggest in the Primorsky food court, and the entertainment area with 7 movie theaters. The status of the resident of the free trade has given us the opportunity to be able to use the credit system with benefits, expand the area, and quicken the building time. Within the walls of the mall, there's a huge number of famous federal and international companies. Also, you can find 3 more restaurants that fall under the free trade port resident status: Kalina, Chlopok, Fortuna, and Burger projects. On the territory of the Advanced Development Mikhailovsky, Rosagra has realized the construction of the pork assembly, butchery, and the production of feed for animals. This project will have 6 swine farm areas that are at this stage at the different developments. This summer, the residents has provided the first batch of animals with a total of 500 heads for the new flock of swine. Right now, they're in the development land of Swine Farm 2. We have already built 8 areas. The areas have been moved to the next stage of development in the beginning of 2019. The final timing to be planned to be able to use all these areas is July 2019. The bringing on the animals of the starting at the local swine herd will start in the first half of 2019 and the realization of the project will be able to provide fresh meat to all of the markets in Russian Far East. DV Plus Group company, with the status of the resident of the free trade port, produces packaging for water, milk and other drinks. The products of our company are used in factories in the Far East and the Siberian region of Russia. At this stage, we are manufacturing products that are socially needed. The forms of such bottles are produced by pressure pumps, basic bottles of the style and formed with blowing of the materials. The Corporation of Far East Development has helped us acquire the status of the resident of the free trade port of Vladivostok and is now advising us how to develop our business. On the production lines of the factory, you can see the latest machinery. Already this year, DV Plus Group is planning to start manufacturing of oil caps and bottles. DNS Dom company has finalized the first village housing Novy Defriz in the new development area of Nadezhdinskaya. The village compound will have two types of cottages, duplexes and single-floor cottages. The final date of finishing of the building is November 2019. Sales will be starting quarterly in batches. The pricing of the living area includes everything in the land, building, the equipment, and infrastructure, including heating floors. As a resident, we have a preferential taxation in Nadezhdinskaya. Building of the cottages, analyzing as well as the social and the technological infrastructure of the area. Union Company, who is the resident of the free trade port of Vladivostok, has opened a factory to fix trains and trolleys. Specialists take care of the fixing of the cargo trolleys. Union Company has 24-hour shifts daily, and they can produce up to 10 finalized trolleys by the end of the day. At the area of the manufacturing, workers check the trolleys and fix all the issues. As a member of the free trade port, we try to use all benefits that are provided by the free trade agreements, but mainly we use the tax benefits. The company provides a technological supply of certified equipment and materials. It guarantees minimum time and storage and high quality of the final product. Due to the previously mentioned benefits and preferences from the Primorsky region, international investors are more interested in a number of such investment, and the number of such investment is growing. The total growth amount in 2018 in the investment in Primorsky region was $488 million. This has resulted in Primorye being the top 3 in rating of Russian regions that has a direct investment from foreigners, following Moscow and St. Petersburg. The top 3 investor countries are China, South Korea, and Japan. The Far East Economic Forum is the biggest annual event that gives an opportunity to talk about development in the economic, cultural, and political infrastructure between Russia and Southeast Asia countries, where members can present their project, get new partners, get government support to realize the business projects at the highest quality.